slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put it in 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be fielded at the 6.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
You go tight. Hey, Rimlin. You got tight. Yellow. Check 99. Say. Hey, 43, 15. Check 6.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flip in field position and a flip in fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready. Black 25, the hush. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run. Let's go.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Go, run, Sonny.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. He finds Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And the Titans first down.
Ready. Blue ready. He's coming. Flip.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
No. Off. Hey, 5 on the 50. 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 Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. They will find Davis. That's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Wait.
On first down, it's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. Black 22 touch. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 40. Wait. Slam. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike 51.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Tighten up. Check. Lucky. Easy. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Check 31, check 31.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Alert 3. Hatchet. Easy.
They'll run for it with Henry. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Jameis to throw it. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Switch. 5-0.
To throw, Winston. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jameis now on first down. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, and caught by Henry. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To the air again with Winston. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. On first down, it's Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Here's Winston. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Winston. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Tennessee.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Here we go.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. That is it. You got 4 down. 4 down. Easy. Hey.
From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Throwing, Winston. And he comes back with one complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Let's go, let's convert.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Winston. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Wait. 4 down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken short.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
5 on the 50. Hey, 4 down. Green, Timothy.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and that decent field position and throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Completes it to Corey Grant. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Ready. Back 25 behind.
Bring it. Switch. Wait. Show it.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Winston. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for him. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
He was brought down by Vic Beasley. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to Grant. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They will run with Grant. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Check three. Check it out.
Yellow. 13. Check. Yellow. Martin. Check.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant, after getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Next to score, Chiefs 28, Titans 21. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 2-yard line.
Ready. Blue 80. 51. Coming. Watch the safety creep. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. I don't know that you've got a wealth of options here now. 3rd down from your 2.
The question is, how much confidence do you actually have in various aspects of your team? In your defense, in case things go wrong. In your quarterback to take care of the football. Your offensive line to protect it. If you're feeling pretty confident about all those things, you might take a shot right here.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flushed out right. That's complete to his running back, Grant.
Easy work. It's easy work.
So this one in the